Banane. Is it der, die, or das Banane? Think about it and I'll tell you in a second. But first, did you know that almost half of the German nouns are feminine? And around 30% are masculine and just 20% are neuter. So if you ever have to guess, go with die. And in this case, die Banane is correct. Fruits are feminine in German, but be careful, not all of the time. We also have exceptions like Apfel. It's der Apfel. So, how do you know which article to use? In this video, I will show you some useful patterns to figure out a noun's gender. Plus, I will give you some tips to learn and memorize nouns with their articles more easily. But remember, there are no rules in German grammar for this. That's why you should always learn nouns along with their articles. Hello everyone and welcome to Sprechify, where we make learning German easy peasy. My name is Francesca and I've been teaching German for over 7 years. And by the way, if you're an absolute beginner and want to dive deeper into German language, check out my course on Udemy. The link will be in the description below. Now, let's get started. First things first, in German we have 3 genders. One of them is masculine, which has the article der. Another one will be feminine, which has the article die. And the third one is neuter, which has the article das. You will see that I colored the masculine nouns with blue, the feminine nouns with red, and the neuter ones with green. Why? You will see at the end. We can determine articles by its biological sex, or by its meaning or category, or by its ending. We will go through each category. Let's start with the masculine nouns. Let's go through the masculine nouns. We have male people and jobs which are always masculine. For example, der Mann, der Vater, der Lehrer. We also have days, months and seasons which are always masculine. Der Freitag, der Februar, der Sommer. We also have the times of the day which are masculine. For example, der Morgen, der Mittag, der Abend. But it's die Früh and die Nacht. These ones are feminine. Cardinal directions are always masculine. For example, der Norden, der Süden, der Westen. Car brands are also masculine. Der BMW, der Audi, der Porsche. But also weather and natural forces are usually masculine. For example, der Regen, der Wind, der Schnee. But die Kälte, die Hitze, das Eis, die Wolke. A lot of exceptions here. Currencies are usually masculine. For example, der Euro, der Dollar, der Leu. It's the Romanian currency. But we also have die Rupie and das Pfund. And our last category, alcoholic beverages. We have der Wein, der Schnaps, der Sekt, but das Bier. Let's go through the masculine endings now. We have the masculine ending er, which is most of the time masculine. For example, der Computer. But we also have die Butter and das Fenster. Another masculine ending will be or. For example, der Autor. Another one is n. For example, der Garten. And the next one is euer. For example, der Ingenieur. Ör is another masculine ending, like der Friseur. We also have ig, der Honig, and ich, which is similar, der Teppich. Another one is ist, der Artist. And another one will be ient, der Patient. Next one is ismus, like der Optimismus. Ling is always masculine. For example, der Schmetterling. Ant is masculine. For example, der Elefant. And ent is masculine too. For example, der Präsident. Let's focus now on the feminine nouns. Female people and jobs are always feminine. For example, die Frau, die Mutter, or die Lehrerin. But we have two important exceptions here, das Mädchen and das Fräulein. You will find out a little bit later why these are neuter and not feminine. Flowers and trees are usually feminine. For example, die Blume, die Rose, die Palme. But der Ahorn. Fruit names are most of the time feminine. We have die Banane, die Ananas, or die Erdbeere. But we also have der Apfel. Nominalized numbers will be feminine, for example, die Eins, die 100, die Million. And names of motorcycles, ships and airplanes are feminine too. Die Titanic, die Yamaha and die Boeing. Now we will continue with the feminine endings. A lot of nouns ending in e are feminine. For example, die Straße. But we also have an exception, der Name. Words ending in ie are also feminine, die Familie. We also have the ending ei, die Bäckerei. And a feminine ending is in to, die Lehrerin. We have Heit, which will be always feminine, for example, die Schönheit. Then we have Keit, for example, die Freundlichkeit. Then we have also ung, die Übung. We also have Schaft, die Freundschaft, and Tät, which is die Universität. These endings will be always feminine, no exceptions. Jon is another feminine ending. For example, die Information. Ich is another one. For example, die Politik. Then we have ur, die Natur. Ans is also feminine, die Arroganz, and also ens is feminine. For example, die Intelligenz. Age is another feminine ending. For example, die Garage. And last but not least, ade, for example, die Marmelade. We know now the masculine nouns, the feminine nouns, and now let's continue with the neuter nouns to know them too. We have young creatures and babies that are neuter, for example, das Kind, das Baby, das Fohlen. We also have metals and chemical elements that are neuter, for example, das Gold, das Eisen, or das Chlor. Nominalizations will be always neutral. When we have a verb or an adjective and you want to make it to a noun, then you will always give the word, the new word, the article das. For example, das Essen, or das Lernen, or das Schöne. Languages are neuter too. Das Deutsch, das Englisch, das Rumänisch. Fraction numbers are neuter. Das Viertel, das Drittel, das Achtel. But also colors are neuter. Das Rot, das Blau, das Grün. Loan words are usually neuter. For example, das Hotel, das Restaurant, das Radio. But we also have the email, the pizza, or der or das laptop. Now let's find out why Mädchen and Fräulein have the article das. The answer is hen and Lein are neuter endings. We have das Mädchen and das Fräulein. These two endings are also diminutives. Another neuter ending is ment. For example, das Medikament. And another one will be ing. For example, das Training. The next neuter ending is das Universum. Another one is tum, das Eigentum. Here, most of the words are neuter, but we also have der Reichtum. And another neuter ending is o, das Auto. But here we have another exception, der Euro. The best way to know if a noun is der, die, or das is to learn the noun with the article. So for example, if you learn a new word, for example, house, you don't learn just house. You will learn the noun with its article, das Haus. But let me show you other tricks how to memorize or to learn articles. For example, create mnemonics. In German, we call them Eselsbrücken. For example, we have the word Milch. Is it der, die, or das Milch? It's not a category we mentioned, and it doesn't have an ending, which tells us it's der, die, or das. But it's die Milch. You can memorize this by thinking, okay, milk comes from a cow, and cows are female. So, die Milch. Another example is Sonne. Is it der, die, or das Sonne? It isn't a category we mentioned, but it has an ending we mentioned. It ends in e, and we said e is an ending which is most of the time feminine. Here it's the same case. Die Sonne e is feminine. But you can also think the sun is bright and life-giving like a mother. So die Sonne. Another example, Mond. Is it der, die, or das Mond? Again, it's not a category we mentioned, and this time it doesn't have an ending which tells us it's feminine, it's masculine, or it's neutral. It's der Mond. We can think of the moon, it's like a guardian. It's bright and strong and present at night. Another tip will be color coding. You've seen probably throughout the video that I've colored the masculine nouns in blue, the feminine nouns in red, and the neuter nouns in green. Do the same. You can use other colors, but use always the same colors. Write all your masculine nouns in blue, all your feminine nouns in red, and all your neuter nouns in green. For example, you have a word you learned recently, but you don't remember the article, but you remember the color. For example, you have again the word house. Was it der, die, or das Haus? I don't remember, but I remember it was green, so it's das Haus. Do color coding and you will see that it will help you a lot. Another thing you can do is using flashcards. Write on one side of the flashcard the noun without the article, and the article will be on the back of the flashcard. You can do this online, or you can do this by your own and cut some flashcards or buy them. You will find in the description below a link to 100 nouns you need to know as a beginner. You can click on the link and download it for free. Systematic learning will help you a lot. For example, you want to learn all the nouns you need in a kitchen, and you start learning das Messer, die Gabel, der Löffel. Or you can learn 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month, how long you want, just feminine words. Not masculine, not neutral words or nouns, just feminine nouns. Then you change after 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, you will learn just masculine nouns, and so on. Use apps and games for learning nouns and their articles. There are a lot on the internet, and this way you can make learning fun. Listen and read a lot. Pay attention to articles in movies, in podcasts, in books, and it will help you very much to improve your language. And that's it. Now you know some useful patterns to help you figure out the gender of German nouns, and you've learned some tips how to memorize them more easily. But remember, there are always exceptions. How do you memorize German nouns? Are there any tips and tricks that work for you? Let me know in the comments and tell me what you would like to see next too. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more German learning tips. Thank you for watching and bis zum nächsten Mal.